Well, this is going to be one of the toughest videos I've ever done, toughest conversations I've ever had, because after 6 long years we've decided as a family to start talking about dementia and the impact of dementia in a family. And this is young dementia, young onset dementia. Sadly, just over approaching 6 years ago, my wife, who'd been suffering from brain fog and been told she was going through the menopause and had been having a tough time for a couple of years, after having to go private to get this diagnosis, our whole world was rocked by being told she had dementia at 51. A rare form of dementia, mainly affects younger people, called frontal temporal dementia. Affects the front and side part of the brain, affects the speech and empathy and comprehension, all things she'd been struggling with for a couple of years, and we eventually got the bombshell. And then we got a double whammy about a week later when a poor heart, probably from the shock of the diagnosis, went into tachycardia. And for the first year, we had to struggle with that. And it was tough, but we managed to get the heart sorted. Even got her to park run and things like that. So there was plenty to be positive about. But now, you know, she was given a prognosis of 6 to 8 years at diagnosis. So as you can imagine now, 6 years in, things have started to get really tough. But we stayed private about it. You know, close family and friends have known about it, obviously. But we decided to stay private about it because, you know, out of respect to my wife and her dignity and her privacy. But unfortunately, my wife's not really here anymore. Hasn't been for quite a while. And it's had a massive impact on the family, my daughters, my parents, close friends, and, you know, the mental health, wow. I'm in my happy place at the moment, here in the Dingle in Warrington. I say my happy place, I love walking the dog here and everything, but I've been in here on some very low moments as well. And, you know, the impact on my mental health, the mental health of my children has been horrendous. And, you know, over the next few videos, I'm going to talk about the journey we've been on. One, to raise awareness, hopefully provide some help and comfort and support to others who might be going through this. Because sadly, it seems to be a bit of a ticking time bomb, this, because 6 years ago, I hadn't heard of anyone with this condition, but now talking to local care providers, nearly every week they're getting calls from families who've been impacted by a younger dementia, younger onset dementia. And, you know, Janet was 51 when she got diagnosed. She probably had it since she was 48, 49. You know, but the care homes are getting calls now from families with others in the 50s. I've even heard of someone in the 30s being diagnosed with it. So we need to raise awareness. There are a few support networks out there, but, you know, for the last 6 years, we've been pretty much a square peg in a round hole because no one knew what to do. The diagnosis, you know, no treatment, no cure, no support. It was like, I said, what do we do? And they said, well, carry on as normal, the best you can. Well, we've done that for 6 years now. And by Jove, what a 6 years it's been. It's been tough. But, you know, through my connections in the town now, I'm managing to get close to the support we need. You can never have too much support because you do need your own respite from living in a dementia world. It can be a very lonely place. And when I say a lonely place, I've not been able to have a conversation with my wife for about 3 years now. Yeah, I don't even know what she's thinking. It's tough. So I'm not going to go on too long now. I just wanted to put this out there. I'm going to put it on some social media channels. If anyone wants to reach out for advice, just drop me a line and I'll see what I can do. and if anyone knows of any great support networks out there in the Warrington area for young onset dementia, please get in touch with me. I work in the media. I've got my own media company, so I've got the channels to get messages out there, and I'm connected to quite a lot of people in the health service in Warrington as a former chair of Health Watch Warrington and my work in the media. So yeah, I'm not going to be pointing any fingers of blame at anybody. Well, not yet anyway. I'll have to think about that one, but it has been very, very difficult. But the main thing here is I want to talk about getting support in the world of dementia for younger people with dementia, and talking about mental health, because you know that's a big issue. You know, well, I think I'll end things there now. But I'll be back soon to give an update and just see what sort of feedback we get to this. Keep well.